still in the capital city. It is reported that it's planning today to pay outgoing municipal manager Moeketso Masola a 7 million rand golden handshake. But Gauteng Human Settlements MEC Lebogang Maile says he won't allow that to happen. Masola has been implicated in the Glad Africa controversy. You'll remember he irregularly appointed the company to help the city manage its infrastructure projects. Well, ANC caucus leader, that's Kgosi Mayepa, joins me in studio now to discuss this. Mr. Mayepa, thank you very much for your time. Firstly, this agreement with the city, this agreement about Dr. Moeketso's departure, although he has not left yet, why was it secret? Why was it made secret?
Okay, Colin, first of all, thank you for good morning and thank you for having us as the ANC. There are no secret arrangements that were made. There was an in-committee report. You'd remember the African National Congress had put a motion of no confidence on the city manager last week, Thursday, at the council. And then the mayor said, no, through Section 13, he's bringing a separation agreement. So all the reports that are brought by the mayor on individuals are had in something called in committee, so it's not secret. It's in committee simply means only councillors can view the report because they talk about individuals, so there was never any secret on that report.
So how much was he offered?
There was no money in that report, that's first of all, so there's a misconception that there was money written in the report. The African National Congress approved a separation agreement that was brought by the mayor between the city manager and the city. So there was no amount written in the report that we are going to pay X, Y, and Z. We only heard about it in the media as the ANC, so we were very shocked and surprised because in the report that was brought in committee, there was no amount indicated in there. So that's why we immediately said as the ANC, we will follow up, we'll get the computation that will be brought, because our understanding was that the city was going to separate ways and pay a portion of his left months in his contract. So when we heard about 7 million, 9 million, we were very shocked because we did not know about that, because what the report all said is that there's a separation on the 31st of July 2019. The separation agreement will be entered to by the city and himself, and then the council therefore says the mayor must go, because he said to us, the mayor, the lawyers of the city and the lawyers of Dr. Masola met and agreed on a separation. So the amounts that are coming really were not exposed to councillors, so councillors don't know about those amounts.
So that separation agreement, as you put it, was for the 31st of July for him to leave. That has been reversed. Who's responsible for that decision? You
can't reverse the resolution of council. I mean, Section 54A of the Municipal Systems Act 1 and 2 is very clear. The council it's only council that has authority to reverse a decision of council. So between council meetings, a mayor can't reverse council. So a resolution has been made that there's a separation between city manager and the City of Tshwane. So you can't change that in between. So if there's an interest or appetite from the DA mayor to change the decision, he must then call for a special council. I mean, as the African National Congress,
is enforced because he's still in office.
No, you can't enforce that decision. On the day that a separation agreement was agreed on, in the same report of the mayor, there was an appointment of an acting city manager by council through Section 54A, which means that council had authority to appoint an acting person. So James Murphy was appointed in that council meeting, and that was recorded, and it's a resolution of council. So you can't reverse that.
So James Murphy is now, as you understand it, the acting municipal manager.
It's not as I understand it legally, because when council takes a resolution, it's also a legal decision, because that decision can only be changed by another council or a court of law. So it's not a matter of where I think it's law. When council appoints an acting city manager or city manager, that person assumes office immediately after that council resolution.
Dr. Mayepa, the city has communicated that the municipal manager remains on special leave. If anything, his special leave is extended up until the 31st or the 30th of August. That's the end of the month that we have just entered into. Are you saying that that particular statement is false and misleading?
It's very misleading. Actually, we can reveal as the ANC, and we can give evidence when we are asked to do so. The city manager has not been on a special leave. So first of all, the office of the mayor is misleading, and actually that's a blue lie to say that the city manager has been on special leave. We know, and we have it on record, that he's in fact has been on medical leave. So there was never a special leave in the city. We challenge as the ANC right now at this moment that the executive mayor must produce to us a special leave that has been extended and when it did start from. Because we know for a fact that Dr. Masola has been on sick leave, and we know that even that sick leave was irregular itself, and we can give evidence to that extent. So the city and the mayor in particular, or the office of the mayor, has been lying and misleading public. One, because Dr. Masola has separated from the City of Tshwane, and that is record. We even have communication from the speaker who confirmed to us that in fact you can't change a council decision in between. Our legal team has advised on saying the African National Congress will this morning send a letter from the legal team of the ANC indicating that should there be any tampering on council resolution, then there will be legal consequences that will follow after that.
Dr. Masola, Dr. Maepa, talk to us about what the mayor of Tshwane is saying, the actual mayor. In fact, start off with his whereabouts. His city has been chaotic, to say the least. Where is he? We understand that he's out of the country, but is he on some kind of a working visit to another country? What exactly are his whereabouts?
Unfortunately, in the City of Tshwane, we're experiencing really schoolboy mistakes, if you should put it in that way. First of all, we had, we didn't get this report in council, but we heard that the executive mayor is on a fully paid Huawei study excursion with his team in China. And this happened during the time, the whole week you will know that there was chaos in Tshwane in terms of the strike that was self-created by the city administration, where an acting city manager paid Section 56 employees and some Section 57 employees amounts of money that created a situation where some who said everybody should be paid. You'll know right now there's a settlement to even pay everybody else. So what we are saying is that we are experiencing in the City of Tshwane, because of lack of experience perhaps, but we really surely think that is really delinquency from the DA's administration, that first of all a mayor goes to China at the center of a problem. Secondly, is that we can assure you that after this situation, the African National Congress has no choice but to submit to the MEC that there must be intervention now in Tshwane to an extent that first we must investigate all these monies that are said to be going to be paid to the city manager. We need the computation. We need to understand exactly who is paying how much, and why is it not made public? Because when we approved the report in council, it was a report for separation, and there was an indication there that because when you have a report, like, let me just explain to you, when you have a report of council, there are certain things at the last page called resolutions. So there was no resolution to pay 9, 8 or 7 million. There was a resolution not like that. There was, however, a resolution to say that we are appointing an acting person effectively after Masola separate on the 31st, because how could we have appointed a person if we did not know the date? So in the resolution, there is a date that Masola separate on the 31st of July 2019, and the acting person starts on the 1st. The mayor even went further, said that what we need to do now, and we approved it, it's part of the resolution, that we have to now go out on public a request to have people to apply, and then we follow due process where we select new city manager and so on. So all those things were approved in the report. So suddenly when we extend a contract that's actually non-existent, that's delinquency, that's schoolboy mistake. So as the ANC, we are worried that we have a mayor.
About the interventions there that you're saying you want from the MEC of Cocta.
We have seen that the MEC has already sent a letter based on his powers through Section 106(1)(b), which simply says that the MEC, if he suspects that there's something that goes on, malfeasance or maladministration in the city, he can immediately intervene. We are saying that intervention should not only be on this issue of Masola, should be on various issues. I mean, you will know, for example, that there's an issue that was referred to the APC of Council, the Audit Committee, about the Glad Africa and the Auditor General's report. So we need all those reports to come back to Council so that they can be processed. The Auditor General Amendment Act says now that the Auditor General can go and recoup monies that were lost through irregular expenditure. And we are expecting a report to come back so that as Council, we process this thing, and we want intervention from the MEC to come out. We also need the MEC to come out because Tshwane, as things stand today, there are no tariffs approved because NERSA has rejected Tshwane tariffs. And you will know that when the tariffs are not approved, that simply means the budget also is not, because budget and tariffs, they go together simultaneously.
Dr. Jose Mayepa, thank you very much for giving us your time, unfortunately.